And now to something that could eventually affect many of us. Poultry farmers are on alert as the bird flu spreads across the globe, including here in the United States.
The Ohio Poultry Association tells 3 News that cases of avian flu have been reported in 24 different states so far, including Ohio. And that could have impacts on how much you pay for chicken and eggs. Our Isabel Lawrence checked in with local experts and farmers here to learn how they're protecting their flocks.
At Cedar Crest Farm and Feed in Geauga County, Lisa Marie Samples tends to her flock.
I know, aren't they gorgeous?
She has about 125 chickens on 18 acres, and she's taking precautions to make sure her chickens are safe.
It's been reported that this avian flu is the worst that the country has seen since 2015.
Avian influenza can spread from wild migrating birds, typically waterfowl, to farm-raised or commercial birds through their droppings or through the air if wild birds come close.
Statewide, I know we've had approximately 30 cases.
And each case can include multiple birds. Lori Brown with ODNR says in Cuyahoga County, she would estimate about 25 wild birds reported dead from bird flu. The Ohio Poultry Association says 1 case has been recorded in a domestic flock in the state, and it's not just something to watch here in Ohio.
But this particular strain of what's called the H5N1 is one that is really showing a lot of impact within backyard flocks and commercial poultry operations across the U.S. and in other countries as well.
Dr. Dennis Summers is the state veterinarian. He says this year the flu feels more impactful because it's aggressively moving across the globe. At Farm and Feed, Samples doesn't allow anyone except farm staff in the coops or to touch the chickens. Plus, staff use a rinse to disinfect their shoes so they don't track anything in. She also takes part in voluntary testing of her flock.
It's here, we're aware of it, and there are things we are doing to take precautions for biosecurity.
Well, Dr. Dennis and the Ohio Poultry Association are recommending that people take their chickens indoors to reduce the chance they may come into contact with wild birds, and of course wash your hands. And if you are wondering just how much egg prices might be impacted by this, I was told that between inflation, increased costs of supplies and labor, and the Easter demand, it's hard to pinpoint if the avian flu is directly causing egg prices to climb. They're already up more than 40% over this time last year, and that could climb higher. But Samples there says it's a reminder that you can buy local, where prices likely won't be impacted.
That is a good reminder, 40%. Hopefully it stops there. Isabel, thank you.